with Terry and Michael.
That works. Hey, got my free press badge and everything.
All right, welcome.
Welcome to the first ever edition of Blunt with Michael and Terry. I'm Michael.
And I'm Terry.
We're here to talk to you today about all the nonsense that's been going on this planet for the last little while. More specifically, in this country.
In Canada.
Canada. So.
Or our Supreme Leader, Justin Trudeau.
Justin who?
So, I guess we're going to talk about, we attended the Freedom Rally on January 22nd on Parliament Hill because we're only a stone's throw away from there.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell you where.
And I'd tell you where, but small town.
Small town Ontario.
Ontario.
We braved minus 32 temperatures to spend almost 6 hours out amongst the crowds.
This is minus 32 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure any of your U.S. friends are out there who appreciate how cold this is.
It's cold. We lock up the brass monkeys when it gets that cold.
Very cold. But it didn't stop us and at least 1,000 other protesters from attending.
I think there's well over 1,000.
Yeah, I think there was too. So we got some footage of the
march
crowd.
itself.
We're going to play for you. And a bunch of observations that we made too, but we ran into some great organizations there. And so I guess one of the first ones
That would be...
you did an interview?
I did an interview. Her name was... what was her name again?
Laura Clark.
Laura Clark from Mama Bear's Project.ca.
No, .com.
Or .com?
.com.
Okay, it's a .com.
I'm pretty sure we have a card right here.
It's okay to wait.
Mama Bear!
Yes!
Can I get a word with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm Mike from Blunt with Michael and Terry.
Oh, hi.
We are non-mainstream media.
Oh, perfect.
And
I love you guys.
We got
all
your
about the truth.
We got your whole speech up there today.
Amazing.
We want to know, do you think you accomplished what you set out to accomplish today?
I really do, and I think the more of us are waking up and participating and getting the truth out, the key is to get the information out there. The CBC, other mainstream medias.
None of them were here today. Did you notice that?
None of them were here today. None of them are interested in putting out all the information. So we are giving parents access to that information through our link.
And that's awesome. And I'm going to get some stickers from you before the day is done.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I got a bunch in my pocket.
Actually,
here.
I'll take them if you got them.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
I'll help you hand them out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
you coming and talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
Thank you.
letting us be here.
It's okay to wait. Yes. We have to add our legal disclaimer here is that we do not give medical advice.
Or legal advice.
You're on your own here. This is a shout out to an organization that has been created. It is at mamabearsproject.com.
She's very, very, very friendly lady. Was very happy to see us as we are non-mainstream media who didn't feel the need to show up to the rally. By the way, there was no CBC, there was no Global, there was no CTV. None of the big names showed up. I guess the government gave them the day off.
And we had done a few snippets of video wondering how the mainstream media was going to actually cover this. And so either they were going to cover it in a negative aspect. This is the way I felt. As if there was enough people, they would just cover it in a negative aspect.
Or the way they did cover it, which is the way I had predicted, was not at all.
Not at all. So they chose not to cover it all. And so I guess the next topic we'd like to talk about, I guess, is while at the Freedom Rally, it was mention of a trucker convoy.
Highway travelers beware this weekend, the weekend of the 28th. We have in excess of 40,000 plus trucks converging on Ottawa, Parliament Hill. It's going to be gridlock. These people are out to stop the trucker mandate, which is a really good thing, actually. All mandates should stop.
We firmly believe that a rule of law includes informed consent.
And there has been none.
My name is Francis Christian. I'm a surgeon. I've been in Saskatoon since 2007. I'm clinical professor of surgery, and I also was the director of the Surgical Humanities Program and the Quality Improvement and Patient Safety Program for the Department of Surgery. And throughout the province, informed consent was not being given to our children and their parents. And I asked for the parents and their kids to be given this information and for the obtaining of informed consent. And after that, I was called into a WebEx meeting, a virtual meeting, and because I asked for informed consent, I was fired from my jobs as Director of the Surgical Humanities Program and Director of Quality Improvement and Patient Safety, and my academic roles were suspended.
Again, no medical or legal advice on our channel, but we believe the rule of law includes informed consent and that our children are our most precious resource. Thanks to the Justice Centre for Constitutional Freedoms for fighting on behalf of Canada's freedom fighters, and we strongly support organizations like the Mama Bears. And there are the fact that government's not recognizing legal medical exemptions and legal religious exemptions is not the rule of law.
No, it's asinine, and it's what our government does to us on a daily basis now.
Which is why we're out protesting. There was actually...
No, we weren't protesting. We were observing.
We were observing, that's right. Sorry, we
were
were reporting.
We tried to egg them on a little bit. We tried to get them to make a little noise here and there, just to get the
actually,
feeling.
let's play the video footage of some of the protesters right now. Let's do that.
That's a great idea.
Make noise! Let's hear you! Let's hear you! I can't hear you! Make noise! I can't hear you! Can't hear you! Make more noise! More noise! I can't hear you! I can't hear you! Noise! Make some noise! Come on, make some noise! Can't hear you!
Yeah. How about those protesters? Listen to them screaming. That's minus 32 degree weather that they're out there at, and so real kudos to Mike for getting them going, getting them yelling, screaming, and just some great footage there.
I like to give a shout out to all of them on the fact that they remain placid, non-violent, said what they had to say without any violence, without any nonsense. I'd also even like to give a shout out to the Ottawa City Police that were out in full force, who were nothing but cool the whole time. They shook hands, they talked to us, they were all very cool, they did an excellent job, and we were proud to have them.
And despite Supreme Leader Trudeau's
lack of attendance,
or
lack of caring,
his attempt at labeling Canadians as racist, misogynists, and anyone that's against
terrorists, yes,
terrorists, extremists. Choose your words; those are divisive words. What I saw was a healthy cross section of peaceful protesting Canadians.
Unity. I saw a lot of unity. I was quite impressed with the caliber of people that were there.
It wasn't filled with conspiracy theorists running around. It was people with their own stories, their own reasons for medical reasons. Yeah, and well, there's plenty of reasons to be worried about where things are heading.
Things are not headed in a good direction. If we continue to let the government mandate things to us, basically force feed us that excrement sandwich, which they've been feeding us for 2 years now, enough is enough. We've had enough.
For example, look at where Quebec is now. So they're under lockdown. These people are not allowed to leave their homes after 10 p.m. And in an attempt to force the vaccine mandates, the vaccines onto populace. Quebec has now banned people from going to the liquor store.
Cannabis stores.
cannabis
Need medical
stores.
marijuana. You're not allowed to go there unless you're double vaxxed.
And now they included to that list big box stores like Costco and Walmart.
And also, that's not the only other thing that's pissing me off. We also had happen last week a 4-year-old boy removed from Ronald McDonald House being treated for leukemia because he's not double vaxxed or afraid a sick kid is going to make somebody sick. That makes perfect sense to me. That's how ridiculous this has all gotten. And it's time to put an end to it. No more diapers on the face.
You want that thing off your face?
And this is what we saw out there was people, healthy Canadians, expressing their views, tired of this unscientific. It's not science. Like I said, just replace that word science. Anytime Justin Trudeau, Supreme Leader Trudeau, uses the word science, substituted for politics, and you have everything makes much more sense. And also a reason not to comply.
It's all about the votes, people.
So, okay, yeah. So,
it's all about the votes. It's all about the pharma dollars.
So, yeah, I guess we want to get back to. I got to light up here for a sec. We got to get back to. The announcement, the trucker rally that was coming in. So
this weekend, the weekend of the 28th, it's going to be gridlock around Ottawa. So unless you have to travel, you want to go out and support them, by all means do. Stand on any overpass, anywhere within 50-mile radius of Ottawa, you'll see a line of trucks, I guarantee it. We're going to break world records this weekend.
So what I did, they announced it on the 22nd, the Saturday at the rally that they were coming and they're on their way. So as soon as I got back home, the first thing I did is I pulled a search to see how the mainstream media was not covering it or covering it at all. And
yes, are you aware that the truckers are protesting poor road conditions?
Poor road conditions. It's the way that this article was reported on the CBC on Saturday.
Yay! There's your government at work.
There was a protest going from Surrey, BC to Vancouver, in protesting the trucker conditions, and then every mainstream media news organization ran with that story. It was on Yahoo News. All the Canadian news sources ran with that. It wasn't until the next day, after they were ridiculed by Free Press. Whoa, hold it. That original article was posted on January 23rd. Can no longer be found. We got it from the Wayback Machine. What's currently on the CBC's website is what you see. And you can see they changed the subtitle to reflect the fact that this trucker protest, which wasn't happening, is not to be confused with the Freedom Convoy, which they're not covering. Brilliant.
Free press. That's us.
We are not agents of the government. We're not paid propaganda. We're not...
we don't advertise. We don't have sponsors. We tell it like it is.
We are a true... Yes, so hence the name Blunt. And that's what you get here. So...
there are many out there that's going to disagree with anything we have to say, and you're more than welcome to have. That's called freedom of opinion, freedom of speech, free will, whatever you like to call it. Fact of the matter is, there are those that are going to disagree with us, but I'm leaning that the mass majority are going to be leaning this way nowadays because everybody has had enough.
However, it was minus 32 degrees Celsius. It was a little bit difficult to do anything with our devices because our hands, if you took your hands away from the hot pockets, which were in our gloves to keep our hands warm, you were frozen. It just took 30 seconds, and so the next rally won't be as cold. We'll be able to get it.
Well, we're hoping because we're under another extreme cold warning right now.
And
it's okay. We got the antifreeze right here.
Yeah, antifreeze right there. Nice try, CBC. We're going to do it right for you. 50,000 truckers are on their way here. We've been watching the video of
the lead truck.
The
lead truck. They are lined up people are lined up supporting them on both sides
Both
of the highway.
sides of the highway.
Solid
Where are they going the
bumper
other
to bumper.
direction?
Yeah, even in the other direction. They're lined up
Man,
bumper to bumper,
it's just-
stop, supporting these
so-
truckers, honking, waving flags, holding up signs. People are fed up.
And I'm fed up with the CBC. This is like horrendous. How can you actually ignore 50,000 truckers? You can try, but they're going to be here on Saturday.
I got a newsflash for you. They can't.
You can't.
They're gonna try, but they'll try and spin it off some other way to make it into a negative thing.
Oh my
When it's actually a
goodness.
very positive thing. Like I said, has anybody gone to a grocery store the last few days? Noticed a few empty shelves while you were there shopping? It's getting a little ridiculous out there, people.
So,
Have you noticed that?
so you had
your little bag of greens that you bought 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago for $4 is now $12.
$12, yes.
So,
and actually, if you can find these things, so
yeah, if you can
apparently,
find anything.
friends have been going out, and there are bare shelves.
I can't even buy Coca-Cola right now.
And not only are there bare shelves, but there's the rationing, right? So you can only buy 2 of something. So this is the reality of most Canadians, except for some
They've cut
idiot.
the quantities and jacked the prices.
Some idiot on Twitter, I forget his name, but I'll tell you who he is and his function because somebody figured it out. They did research. I'll give a shout out to Viva Frey, one of the channels that I tune into all the time.
Rebel News.
Sniff this out. No, not
As
Rebel
well.
News. Yeah, Rebel News too. But Viva Frey found this one. And as it turns out, this guy was former press. Not a press secretary? Yeah, essentially a press secretary for Justin Trudeau's government. Tweets a sarcastic comment and shows a whole bountiful fruit and vegetables just falling off the shelves and just questions where's all the pumpkins.
What time of the year is it?
Yeah, so
We don't have pumpkins this time of year.
Pumpkins are seasonal, first of all, but I guess it was his smart-ass way of saying to the rest of Canadians that there isn't a supply chain crisis here. There isn't an inflation crisis. Don't, just ignore what your own eyes
Are telling
and
you.
senses tell you. Absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, and this is...
Become a sheep. They want you to be a sheep.
Gentlemen, there is no need to bow.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, we are not sheep.
your first mistake
Referred
was
to-
thinking I was one of the sheep because I'm not a sheep. Neither's Terry.
No. And there is like this American flag thing on that skull there. And I did live in the States for over 10 years. I toured
I
in
didn't.
the States.
I
so
avoid the States.
I
Well, they avoid me.
very familiar with, I actually follow the news in the States. I follow many YouTube channels to keep abreast with the madness that's going on there as well too. And I got to tell you, at least one of the things that I enjoy about the States is you have a robust legal system and there's a healthy battle going on. And right now our judicial system is totally failing us.
Which nation's administration do you most admire?
At a controversial fundraiser dubbed Ladies' Night, Trudeau said this.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China. Their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime.
You cannot leave. A real warrior never quits. Watch me.
This is Canada. Why do I want to leave? I don't.
Well, you wouldn't.
I
Well,
don't.
unless our supreme leader keeps acting like another supreme leader of another country. So Nick of Recado Law, actually just covers the story, unlike the CBC. So on Sunday night, he's like, there's a mass protest of Canadian truckers that are on its way to the Capitol. And so
I wonder what the little princess is going to do about that.
So like here in the United States, the mainstream media on YouTube, they know that this is happening. So he goes like going, I'm not sure if I like this because I know what it's like to be stuck in a traffic jam for 8 hours, let alone 3 days. So we highly recommend everybody avoid like the highways unless you do want to be stuck in traffic. And at that point in time, that's what somebody in the chat said, hey, it's fair game. If you're out on the roads this Saturday and you find yourself stuck in traffic, you've been forewarned.
Absolutely forewarned. This has been
by
coming,
this channel at least.
This has been coming for over a week now, so you have all been forewarned. Everybody knows this is happening. You get stuck in traffic on Saturday, you got nobody to blame but you, sort of thing.
So there's.
And if you happen to be one of those unfortunates that are stuck in traffic, don't get mad. Support the people.
Honk the horns. Honk the horns.
Because he gets the license, he got it up front.
You wouldn't believe how many people that, like, I'm sure if they didn't know about the protest. That's one of the things about Ottawa. It's kind of a central location. Parliament Hill. So when you're having a protest,
it's going to be central this weekend.
If you don't know that there's a protest going on, you soon enough will. And a lot of people who either didn't know about it, who were in their cars in the area, or it was just too cold to get out of your car, were driving around honking their horns, supporting the protests. You didn't need to be there out and on foot like we were. Actually, you did. It was important. It was
important for us to have.
Yeah, it was important for us to be there on foot, but maybe not for everybody. It's certainly not for minus 32.
And I tip my hat to anybody that was brave enough to be out there for as long as they were.
So we were out there from 11 till
almost 5.
4 o'clock. Yeah, it was great. It was just a wonderful event.
Come on, you guys, make some noise. I can't hear you. Make some noise. Let's go. Noise. Let's hear you. Come on, make some noise. That's it. Make the noise. Let's hear you. Hell, they're still coming down off the hill.
You think Mom's still up there?
Oh, probably. Probably waiting for us.
Let's go look for her.
What's that?
Let's go look for her.
Yep.
marching.
There's Terry.
Terry, we found you.
50,000 truckers on their way. So we're really looking forward to that. And I guess we're going to end this stream off on the big honker. We're going to play you some footage.
Ready? We're going to honk for him. So, on behalf of myself, Michael, and
Terry,
we say thank you for tuning in, and we will be back again this weekend with at least some coverage of the big goings on for Ottawa this weekend. Hope the little princess is prepared. I know we are. We're looking forward to it.
thank you for joining us.
Keep your powder dry. Take care.